This is Omar Miller, and you're watching the 3-Point Conversion.
What's up, Keith?
I'm good. Doc, I just want to get your impressions of this victory. I mean, you didn't have Joel. Seth had a great game. Ben had a triple-double. Tobias had a great game. Just give me your impressions.
It was a really a great team win, Keith, and I just love how they played. We got down early, no panic set in. I really believe, Keith, they believe that they were better today. You know, like they were the better team. I thought they played with that type of confidence. I tell you, for one day of really changing, like going small, installing our little spread stuff that we were running. For us to execute that well, it just tells you how focused they were. I mean, we didn't have a lot of time to work on a lot of stuff, but they did it. And so really, I'm just really proud of all of them. Ben was incredible. Tobias was incredible. Seth, what can you say? So, but everyone else was good. Tyrese came in. Ferg gave us a big lift. So there's so many guys. I thought Dwight Howard in the second half was huge. So it was what you would call a all hands in team win for sure.
Now you talk about Ben was incredible. He had they tried to do the hack of Ben. The first time he split on, the second time he hit both of them, and they went away from it. So I mean, he showed some poise out there.
He did. I keep saying it. Let's stick with him. He's a hell of a player. Just stick with him. He's a hell of a player, but he's also human. He's going to have some great games, far more great games and more bad and less bad. And that's who he is. But he just does so much for the team. He really does. I mean, we kept him out there because Scotty decided that they wasn't taking Bradley Beal out. We had to give Matisse a rest, and then we put Ben on him. We anticipated they were going to rest Beal, and they didn't. So Ben had to stay out there, and Ben was dying out there. They all were, but they hung in there.
All right, congrats, Doc.
Thanks.
Marcus Hayes.
Hey, Doc, in the pregame with Tommy, you mentioned that you were without Joel Embiid, but this was a tremendous opportunity as opposed to an all-alarm fire. Who do you think made the most of that opportunity, and how would you rate you and your coaching staff's response to sort of having to change your chemistry right away?
Yeah, we already had it, Marcus, as far as chemistry. So I don't know if I would rate the coaching staff at all. I wouldn't anyway, if you know that. But I thought our job was to make sure everybody was in the right place, like make sure we spaced right. If we were going to go small, we had a no paint rule, like in transition. We said that the paint, as far as running without the ball, was an electric fence. You had to run behind the three. We had to keep the floor open. I thought our guys did that all night. I don't know who took advantage of the extra minutes. I think they all did because we kind of passed them around. So I just think, again, it was just a really good team win for us.
Thank you.
John Clark.
Doc, defensively, especially heating it up in the second quarter, just how impressed were you with the way they played defense together?
John, my concern going small was transition because we had no rim protection. And in the second half, they had 0 transition points. I think they had 8 points in the paint. That just tells you how locked in everybody was, and we talked about the obstacles and all that stuff. And, I think one of the guys said if you don't have an obstacle and you reach your goal, it probably wasn't a great goal. So I think our guys decided this is one of the obstacles we had to get through tonight. They did it. But defensively, that's what we're going to hang our hat on every night. And I thought we did a great job of it tonight.
And Seth said after the game that Ben told him while they were playing video games that I need 30 from you. How impressive were just everybody raising their expectations and maybe with each other without Joel there?
That was the talk in the locker room. Each guy was challenging each other. Now I know who can coach Seth. Clearly Seth listens to Ben. So we're going to use Ben as a translator for Seth from this point forward, because if that's all it took, we're going to keep doing it. But Seth was awesome. I thought him and Tobias kind of had that 2-man game going. We gave them the freedom to figure it out. And I thought they did that.
Thank you.
Kai Carlin.
Coach, Shake was out here just putting up shots after the game. I know it was kind of a tough series for him. What do you what do you think was the reason for him just really having a tough series just overall against Washington?
Well, he didn't play a lot of minutes, number one. Right now there's guys in front of him, and so it's tough to get on the floor. And he's pressing a little bit, but I still believe in him. Shake is going to help us win several games on this journey. I can guarantee you that.
And then also Tobias I think he had 6 assists tonight. So was that kind of like did you want him to be able to kind of move the ball a bit more? Is that something you talked to him about?
Yeah, listen, the last game, the whole team, we dribbled, we looked like the Globetrotters. We dribbled the life out of the game. That's not who we've been all year. We showed film about today to our guys, like we will never win playing that way. If a guy is near, pass it. And I thought Tobias was phenomenal in that tonight.
Thanks, Coach.
Ben Simmons is available at the secondary link, and over to David Murphy.
No, you guys need to go talk to Ben. You don't need to talk to me anymore.
Hey, Doc, I got one for you.
All right.
You seem pretty fired up on the bench all game. You seem pretty fired up now. I'm sure it's been an emotional 24 hours for you. But I was wondering, as a coach, do situations like this kind of give you a new kind of different kind of energy? Not that you want it to happen, but I mean, you got to coach Maxey up. You got to get a team to believe in itself. You got to change your reputations. What's it like from your perspective?
Yeah, it's what you just said, David. It is. It's definitely you get thrown this different challenge. As a coach, you got to try to respond. You got to try to give your team with what you have the best opportunity of winning. Number one, put them in the position and then get them to believe. And that was in order. What we believe, I tell you, trying to figure out who to start tonight, it was unbelievable how many times we switched lineups in the last 10 hours. I mean, we were all over the place. And, I thought as a staff, we did a hell of a job settling and going with it. So that was good. Good for everybody.
Thanks.
Paul Hudrick.
Hey, Doc. Just I guess to follow up on that a little bit, was Tyrese under consideration to start tonight? And just
No.
with him, no, he was not. Okay.
No.
And just with him, is it a matter of he's just a guy who's kind of made for these moments, or is it maybe he's just so young and he just doesn't even know what he's like into right now?
No, I think he's a hell of a player, and I think he has found himself. He figures out now how to play, how we need him to play, what makes him not only him a good player, but making everybody good on the floor when he's on the floor. And I tell you what, I think everybody would love his offense. Where I'm prideful, he was our worst defender, and it wasn't close. The numbers said that too. In the last month, he has turned the corner defensively. He made so many little plays defensively, rebounds, digs, getting steals. So for me, I mean, obviously the offensive energy was there, the speed was there, but watching him grow defensively for this team has been absolutely amazing.
Thanks, Doc.
All right, last question, Tom Moore.
Yeah, Doc, I was actually going to ask you about the 2-man game with Seth and Tobias, but we'll go to plan B. I thought Danny Green with that steal and the layup in the backcourt, and then the other, forcing the turnover. I thought he really gave you a lot of energy when you were making that run.
He did, and it's funny, Tom. One of my coaches was like, "Let's get Matisse in for Danny," and if you watch, I actually had Matisse walking towards me, and I changed my mind. That's just luck, it really is. Sometimes Danny gets a steal, then Danny makes a 3, and I was looking at our coaches laughing like, thank God we didn't make that substitution. So, you know what I love about Danny, and this is why he's so important for this team. Danny was struggling in the first quarter. I mean, he missed wide open shots,
Right.
Turned the ball over, but nothing shakes him, man. He just keeps coming. So, he's a great guy to have on this young team.
Thanks a lot. Congrats.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Coach.
Let's go. Let's go.